Good morning, everybody. This morning I want to showcase my potted plants, fruit trees, and front yard garden trees. This is star apples. It's coming to second year's summers. I got it 2 years ago, but this one seemed to be dwarf. I'm going to uppot it. It looks a bit distressed. It's because it has been very hot in my area. 3 weeks in a row of high 30s and 40s. And the star apple doesn't like it. They like semi-shaded and love lots of waters. But its brother's plant, which is that one there, I just water it. The leaf's gonna perk right up soon. But I have to seed it in in container where it's constantly have waters sipping up through the root, and the water was a bit low. That's why it's got a bit wilting. Even in winters, I have to water it. It's the same age, but that one has double in size, and these ones, had very minimal growth. So I'm gonna uppot it, as I mentioned. And this is African Braai. I bought it last year and I ran out of room, so I keep it in a pot. It's not too bad. It did put on growth, and maybe spring next year I might find a spot and put it in ground. But I find that with cherry moyas, when I put it in ground straight away, if it's in the full sun all day, it will die. Actually, I had 3 die on me, and 2 was Hillary White, and 1 was Paxton Prolifix. It need when it's young, even though it's been grafted, it need afternoon shade. So, and in this in front of my garage, it's shaded about 3 o'clock, so it's a good place. And I've got lots of other little ones. I've got bananas that I need to put in ground, or at least put in bigger pot. Blue Java. This was from last year, and it's still dwarf. It's because it's still in small pot. This is Feijoa that I just ordered 3 weeks ago, actually, and I'm going to plant it. It's Mammoth. And I've got another one was Unique. This is green sapote. It's a cold tolerance, but look what the sun does to it, because it was extreme heat. It didn't like it, and it need to be watered constantly. It's in a pot. I will be planting it very soon now that the weather is cooling down. And this was the Plumcott Black Adder. It was a bonus when you purchased $250 or more plant from Delhi, so that was good. I'm gonna give this to my brother because I'm running out of room, and he needs some shaded trees for his new place. This is Gefner Cherry Moya. They call it custard apple Gefner, but from I read from the information from Delhi and the video that they made, the lady mentioned that it's a lot more prolific than the Paxton Prolifix, without any pollination, like hand pollination. So, but I'm gonna keep these in a pot until next year, and at least double in size before I put it in ground, because I don't want it to die when it's too early. And my ground, it's, you know, like in summer get extremely hot, so watering it every day is a challenge. So I've been doing like watering it every second days all summers. Even in spring I had to water it. With the star apple, even in winter I have to water it. In winter, yes, I have to water in winter, otherwise they wilt like this. When I see it wilted, I just water it and it perk right up again. It wasn't the cold, it just lack of water in winter that it wilt. This is Mame Sapote. Yeah, this is coming to, yeah, it's last summer I ordered, so it's 1 year. I'm keeping a pot. I'm gonna up pot it. In my area it seems to be doing a lot better in pot until it has double in size, or it's at least 1 meters now before I put it in ground. And because when I put it in ground I have to frost closet in winter. And this is another cherry moya, Sophia. This is what I'm talking about. I bought it 3 weeks ago as well, and I have up potted to a bigger pot. Like I said, I want to give it a big, a better chance of survival before I put it in ground, so I can manage the waters and the fertilizers. And still quite small, you know, so hopefully by next summer it will double in size, and the trunk is getting better. That's Sophia, my cha-cha tree. I got 2 of these in the pot, and 1, 2 in ground. The one in pot are doing much better. It's because I'm able to control the water. And yeah, the one in ground didn't seem to move much at all. I didn't keep up with the fertilizers. But the one in pot, it has been sitting in like external pot where I can top up the waters. When I water, the water stay in there, and it reused the water from when I water it, and it take up the water as it needed. I need to slowing down on watering a little bit now, because it's coming down to autumn, early autumn. But it did put on a bit of growth. It's looking good. It like semi-shaded. You know, it doesn't like full sun. If it's full sun, it will burn all the leaf and it won't grow. So this has been doing really well. It's very encouraging to see compared to the one in ground I had. They were both 2 years old if you watch my previous videos, and it hasn't put on a lot of growth. Is because, like I mentioned, it's very hard to keep up with the waters when it's 35 plus almost every day in summer, like literally the entire summers. Just my my trellis of my long melons and my bitter melon, and I uppotted my Asaya's kiwi berry. So hopefully it'll be taking off, and it will be its permanent home in here. So I hope it will not die during winter. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, regarding to my bitter melons and long melon, doesn't get much big at all. It's because I've grown this in a 50 liters containers. Had I put in 100 liters or bigger containers, I will get a bigger fruit, bigger vegetable out of it. So next year that's what I'll be doing. But it can be done in the containers. So I'll be using those seeds to regrow it next year. This is just a lot more of my potted plant. It's turning into like a home nurseries. This is grafted Charville. I'm gonna put it in ground very soon this week, now that the weather is a lot cooler. I got Hass avocado, and I didn't cover with the shade, and all the branches burned and it died. It was like at least 1.7 meters high already, so it's a bit sad. But now I learned that it cannot take the extreme heat. This is my Rollinia, 2 years old, still in pot. I'm gonna up-pot it because I do take it into the garage in winter. This is my white mulberries. It's yeah, white Shatut mulberries. I'm running out of space as well, so that's why I'm keeping in a pot. In a pot it will be dwarfs, but if you put it in ground it will become a giant very quickly. So I have to find a spot for it. This is my Kaya apple. I got 2 of these. It's doing well. I'm keeping in a pot for another year or so until I find a spot for it. This is another one. It's very prickly. If you want to ward off neighbors, bad neighbors or intruders, plant it all around your house. It's extremely prickly. Look at this prickle. I want to grow it for fruit, so love eating fruit, so I'm growing all sort of tropical and subtropical fruits trees. It's just some more of my guava seedling that I've done last year. I need to individually repot them. This is some more of the seedling I've done. This is the moringa trees, the miracle fruit tree. Yes. This is a cutting from my others from my other trees. I was surprised it took quite easily. I did the cutting in September. I did 2, only 1 took, so but I'm quite happy that it took. More guavas. This is Ficho that I was mentioning, the unique. I love fruits, and any extra fruit I get, it's a bonus. And this is, I have to look it up. Arazaboy. It doesn't mind the full sun. put on a bit of growth from last year. I ordered it last year as well, so very happy. But it's a bit cold sensitive, so I take them to the garage in winter and I put it out in the sun every morning. It's a bit of work, so I'm hoping to build something like a permanent hothouse for my sensitive tree. This before this winter. This is amla. It's Indian. It's a medicinal fruit trees. It's doing quite well. I put on a bit of a growth, at least 30 centimeters. That's large leaf jaboticaba. I had 2 in ground. Seem to be a bit slow growing. Maybe it's my soil, but the one I put in a pot doing a bit better. That's my tamarind. I got 4 of these in a pot. So that one is sweet tamarind. These 2 are sours. They are 2 years old, I believe. Except the sweet one is 1 year old. I ordered from Ross Creek last year, that one. And this is another one of the tamarind. 2 years old as well, but in a smaller pot, so it doesn't grow as fast. I need to up-pot it. My soursop. I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 still alive from 2 years ago, but they are quite extremely sensitive. I take them into the garage, and even though I take them to the garage, they still die up the top. This bit that die, and then it just grow back. It did die a lot, like at least 30 centimeters. All these are new growth. So yeah. Jaboticaba, I bought it. It was half of the size, and I raised it. It has double in size this summer, so it's 1 year old. This is another green sapote. When I ordered, it was the same size. This one is still a bit smaller than the other one that I shown you. Madrono, I ordered last year. That one put on about 20 centimeters. But you see all these burn leaf from the extreme sun. And I also keep it in like in a containers that's got always have waters, so it take up the water as it needed. I need to take it out soon before the roots start rotting, now that it's cooling down a little bit. Same as this other one. This one didn't grow as much when I ordered it. Same size, and I up-potted to the same size pot. But it's encouraging to see more growth. And I got sitting in the water. Just more my seedling guava. I need to up-pot them, put them up on eBay. This is other soursop that I mentioned. 1, 2, and the previous one 3. There's another one on the other side. My Jambulan plum, I had 3 in ground. Seem to be slow growing. It's because lack of sun and lack of water. They do grow very fast if it's in the sun and enough waters. These are just Longan seedling. I bought them when they were only like 10 centimeters tall, so they're 2 years old. They're taking off. Most of them die off because I didn't up-pot them. They're still in a small pot, and they get really hot, they just die. This is some persimmon seedling that I propagated early, yeah, last year I put the seed down and it was start growing straight away, even throughout winter, amazingly. So I'm gonna be pot them individually, and I'm gonna graft them. I got about like 4 variety to graft on. If you've seen my videos, I did craft persimmon, and majority of took, so it's a success. It's quite easy to graft. I did it early summer, so once I raise this seedling a bit bigger, I graft them or put 3 or 4 different scion onto it. And this is Imbi. It's doing okay, doing a bit better than the one in ground. And put a bit of growth, but the one in ground didn't seem to grow at all because it's shaded, and as I said, too dry. This is my potted mangoes. This variety is Nam Dok Mai. Yeah, this is Nam Dok Mai. Put on a bit of growth. It did try flowers and fruit earlier, but I took off the fruit because I didn't want it to dwarf the tree. I wanted to grow, focusing on growing because it's just too young. 1 year old, so it's doing well. Canesta, 2 years old. It's doing a lot better than in the ground. Because as I mentioned, I managed to control the waters, the fertilizers. Kaimito got 4 from last year. It's doing well actually. As I mentioned, everything that I put in pot in my area, because summer get really hot, they grow a lot better than the one in ground. So I'm gonna grow them in pot another year or so before I put in ground. But the one in ground didn't grow as much because I don't get to water it enough. And I got 1, 2 there, 3, 4. It did put on a bit of growth, except one of them seemed to be a little bit slower. And behind it I had a more star apple. Yeah, I'm gonna keep these in pot for the next 2 or 3 years because they are super thirsty and they're sensitive to the colds. So it's better to keep in pot for now. I've got 2 that are not grafted. There's another one there. Those are seedling. And this one is grafted. Got a bit of leaf burn, even though I try and shade it with the Kaimito tree in front of it. So yes, and this is Kiwsavoy's mango trees, still in pot. I think Kensington Pride still in pot. They're all from last year. This is my apple guava varieties. It's in a big pot and it's about 1.8 meters now. It's not fruit yet, but the one in ground that I put in ground, 2 years old, are fruited. A few fruit, but at least it's fruiting. This one I might put in a bigger pot or find a space for it. Dwarf King Thai. It's about 1.5 meters. It's good to see. It put on a bit of growth, so it's very encouraging, but it didn't seem to be dwarfs to me, especially it's still in pot. And next to it is bamboo, this one that had fruited. I've got 2 fruit of it, and we picked it just a day before Christmas, and it was like the size of my palm. I mean my fist. It wasn't bigger. We ate it green, so we enjoyed it. My kid loved green mango and ripe mangoes. And this is jaboticaba. I think this is a white one. White jaboticaba, Plenia, Arena. Yeah, I got two of these. One is in a smaller pot. One's in a bigger pot. The bigger pot seems to be wilting. I think it's either too much sun or too much water. I don't know. It's not even sitting in the water, but I used to sit in the water the entire summer. Maybe that's what happened. So yeah, hopefully now that I took out the container from the bottom, it's not sitting in the water anymore. Should be better. This is the Tommy Atkins. It fruited. I think I got 2 fruit of it, but it dwarfed the tree, so it didn't grow at all after I picked the trees the day before Christmas. But and then I saw the growth from the rootstock, so that's why the graft didn't grow, because of the roots. It was taking up all the energy and just feeding into the rootstock instead of the grafted trying to grow. I left an apple, jackfruit tree. I still got these two in a pot, and 3 or 4 in ground. 1, 2, 3. I got 4 in ground. Yes. This is star gooseberry. It needs to be repotted. I got 1 in ground. It didn't grow as much either, but the location, it get really hot. Even though I water a lot, but my soil is terrible. So I need to pot this one. I need to give the other one, the one in ground, more compost, a bit more fertilizer and more water. But I do protect it in winter because it's sensitive to the colds. This is perfume guava. It's got sunburn. It doesn't like full sun, so I got 2 in pot. So yes, got blueberries. These are figs that I grew from seed myself. My neighbor had beautiful figs, and he did give me some cutting, but it didn't grow because it was, when I got it, it was in summer. It was really hot, and I put in the water and it got rot. This is a little bit more my guava seedling. Yes, lots of guava seedling there. I need to repot them or putting them on eBay now. So the soursops, Rakchambu red. I should have put it in ground. These will grow much faster in ground, but in the pot doesn't grow as fast. Slow growing. They are very fast growing in ground, because I've got one at the front. I'll show you a bit later. Much taller. This is Hawaii pink guava. I managed to put 1 in ground and 1 still in a pot. So yeah, I bought this last year as well, so they don't put a growth, so which is very good. Oh, this is my one more of my sour tamarind. So yes, I need to pot it. It's very thirsty in summer too, so I have to keep up with the water all the time. So you sit it in a container. I fill the water to like a quarter, but in winter no water at all. Just not enough sun to, for it to uptake, and it's not growing in winter anyway. This is my other Mamey Sapote, 2 years old. My other jackfruit. This is mountain soursop. I put one in ground last year and it died on me. So if I decide to put in ground again, I have to protect it, because they said it could go, it could tolerate to like -2 Celsius, but it's not true in my area. Even though I still get a bit of sun during summer, winter, you know. This is my other Mamey Sapote, 2 years old. It's doing great actually. It's about 1.4 meters. Yeah, this is another one of my apple varieties. Not apple, China pear variety guava. It's about at least 1.6 meters, and it's in pot, so I might pot it or plant it in ground. This is hog plum. It's doing well. It's 2 years old, in pot. I'm gonna put it in a bigger pot. I'm not gonna plant it in ground. If I plant in ground, I have to frost closet. But it's doing really well. But it's crying out for bigger pot. This is African Pride. I bought them last year. It's doing really well. This one actually. It's about 1.6 as well. I definitely to pot this one. It gets shaded in the afternoon from the China date tree behind it. That's why it's doing well. It doesn't like full sun all day. That's what I find with custard apple and cherry moyas in my area, because it gets super hot in summer. This is the China pear, 2 years old as well. I put it in ground. Some age, the one in pot is much bigger, but this one get a little bit shade. So, and it's give me 2 fruit. Can't really see all the leaves, covered in leaves. So it's very hard. I need to cover this before the fruit fly got it before me. This is my other hog plum. This one is wilting because the pot is getting very small for it and not enough water. I need to water this. I'm gonna go to Bunny and buy some more potting mix to pot this. Hopefully it give me fruit in a few years time. But it's doing really well in pots. Where do I start? This is my China pear variety guavas. It gave me about 30 fruit, but smaller one because I didn't thin it. Here's the fruit. I've been picking at least like 10 or 15 of them, and I've been eating. Some of them got, if I leave it too ripe, it get fruit fly. If I pick it just before it's skin a bit too soft, no fruit fly. More fruit there, more fruit here, and more fruit hidden down there. See, it's much smaller this year because I didn't thin it. Last year I had like much bigger fruit. More fruit there. And even trying the fruit again. These flowers was a month ago. Now look, the fruit set. And this is the they call lemon guava, 1 year old. It did fruit last year. As soon as I put in ground and put on a bit of growth, and this summer, gave me about 30 fruit. I've been picking it. There you go. It's a bit small because it's still a very small tree. There's one right there. It's not a true guava, but it tolerates the cold. So it's pretty good. And this is the wax shampoo I was talking about. 2 years in ground. It's about 1.5 meters. It's fast growing. I did protect it just halfway from the top. I just protected top only with frost cloth, and it was fine. This is more guava tree. This one is Thai white, 2 years old, and it gave me one fruit, so it's pretty good. It's a bit shaded as well, so. And this one, my own seedling guava tree, I planted last year, and it's giving me one fruit right there. So guava is fast growing in my area because it gets extremely hot in summers. And this is Jaboticaba. I'm not sure what variety is this. It hasn't grown much at all since I put it in because it's a bit stressed from the sun, not enough waters, and the soil out here are very dry. Pirenta varieties. I need to put some more compost to encourage the growth, because they like fertilizer and they like semi-shaded. And this is the jamun plum I was talking about. It's been in ground, it's 2 years, but it was very shaded in this area, and we managed to chop the big branch overhead, and I clear my lemongrass, so it's getting a lot more sun, so putting a bit of growth, which is encouraging to see. This is a large leaf Jaboticaba. I dug it from an area where it was shaded until like 12 o'clock, but since I put it down here, it hasn't grown yet. Hopefully it start growing soon. It's getting too late now. And this is the star gooseberry that I was talking about. It's survived the winter with frost claws. Yes, sweetie. Mango seedling, and another guava, China pear varieties. This is wood apples. I remember growing up eating these in where I was growing up, and I'm surprised it thrives here. Well, it doesn't grow very much, like I said, in this area. In summer it gets super hot, and I've been using the lemongrass cutting as a mulch. So yes, it has doing extremely well for a 1 years old or 2 years old garden that I just started. This is Paxton Prolifix. I planted last year. I didn't put on much growth at all last year, and this year it took off because this area is like a little bit shaded in the afternoon, and it liked that. So yeah, I won't let it fruit, not even next year, maybe the year after. I want it to grow a bit bigger. This is cassava cutting. I did it myself from the cassava mother tree there. Took cutting from those mother trees, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 cutting out of it, and I just stuck it in ground in September, and it took, to my surprise, it survived the winter. which is very good, even though that it get quite cold in winter here to 0 degree, 2, 3, 4. It's like all over the place, but usually it's under 5 degrees in winter. So it's a champ in my area. The cassava grows, so yeah, very pleased. Apple trees I planted early spring and it took off. So very happy to see. Same as these Otango nectarines. Planted early spring as well. And gave me one fruit, but it's too young to fruit anyway. This is guava Mexican cream. It's getting shaded from the nectarine trees, but it did put on more than double the growth. I only just put it down in spring anyway. This is Killsavoys. I relocated from different area close by anyway, but that was much shaded. It didn't grow at all, and it's not seemed to take off at all. But it's why the winter with frost cloth. Oh, R2E2. It's a champ in my area. It loves the heat, and it's thriving. The local does sell fruit, so E2 is the one to go in my area. Doing really well. This is the Killsavoy. I relocated from a nearby location as well, but this one taking off. But because this get a lot more sun than the previous one I just show you. And this is another Valencia Pride. It did put on a few flush this summer, so I'm very happy. This is green sapote. I planted last year. I think that was the end of winter actually. They are cold tolerant, so you want some sapote, plant green sapote if you live in cool climate or hot temperate. This is another champion. I only planted these probably very early spring this year. It's called Apple Guava. It gave me 5 fruit, and I picked 3 of them already. And so this is 2 left. Considering it's only I bought it last year, and I didn't get to plant it last summer. It's about 1.2 meters. Gave me 5 fruit, and it's huge. Look at this, everybody. Get some Apple Guava. I bought this from Delhi, so I kept the seed and I will propagate this. I want some more of these because it's a big fruit. Very fast to grow. I mean, fast to fruit. Almond trees. Paxton Prolifix that I planted this year. I planted a pair of these and one died because the other one was full sun all day. And I'm glad this one died, but it's a bit slow growing. Persimmon, it's a bright variety. They dwarf, so hopefully it grew a little bit more next year. I planted these early spring. And this off topic. This is my it's not hairy melon. They call very popular with Asian people. Chinese love these. I managed to get 3 fruit out of these, and it was very hard to get the seed to germinate, but I'm so pleased that I could manage to get it germinating. Got 3 big fruit. There you go. There's another one. Amazing. They like a bit of afternoon sun. That's what I noticed. They don't like too much sun all day. And I just planted next to my abu. And the abu seem to be happy because it's getting shaded from this melon. Very happy. This is my Imperia. It's a custard apple or golden Imperial. I got 4 days. And it's taking off this year. I planted last summer. Didn't grow very much at all. But this tree meant to be compact anyway. Got 4 and it's putting on a bit of growth, so I'm very pleased. And I didn't protect it during winter at all and survived no problems. There's another one and there is another one here. I grow them close together. This is another persimmon. This is gyro. I'm looking forward to it. Tasting this fruit. This is bigger and seedless. Bigger than the other one I got at the back. This is my jackfruit trees. This one seems to be doing pretty good. It's 2 years in ground. I protected with frost cloth. So it's why hopefully one day it give me fruit, considering it gets super hot in summer here. Black sapote seedling, 2 years old in ground, doing really well. It loved the heat, same as the jackfruit, but it loved water, the jackfruit. Make sure you water it. More cassava there. Taro. Mango seedling, get a bit shaded, so slow growing, but at least it's growing. No problem in winter in my area. Seedling. I'm talking about seedling only. The graft, I'm not there enough to not to protect it yet because I don't. It's very expensive and I don't want to die out on me. So I'll leave a few years. I'll protect it for a few years and then I will let it go. I mean, not protect it during winter. This is another one of my Paxton Prolifix. I only just put in ground about 2 weeks ago. I raised it from pot last year and it's doing a lot better in pot than in ground the first year, so I'll keep it that way. Yes, sweetie, mango seedling that I put the seed down 3 weeks ago, so it's growing. Very happy. Elephant apple, doing well in the pot. It's sensitive to the cold, so I have to keep it in pot.
Mommy?
Yes, sweetheart.
I today to bring my baby store downstairs.
Okay, that's good.
He got up and
Another one, Paxton Prolifix. I raised it in pot as well. I only just put it at the same time 2 weeks ago. And this one was very happy in pot, so I thought it's time to put in ground, and it gave it afternoon shade with the banana in the pot because I don't want it to stress and die. It's very, very expensive. I had 3 of them die on me, as I mentioned. This is another persimmon. Not sure what variety is this. I'll have a check. Oh, okay. Tenenashi. Tenenashi. I believe it's astringent. That means you can't eat it. It get really unpleasant in your mouth if it's not ready. So you wait until it's super ripe, and it means like super soft. Rose apple, they're cold tolerant, so I've seen on YouTube people in Melbourne grow it and they get the fruit. So I've got another one which is a lot bigger than this one. I will put in ground in a few weeks time if I have a chance. Those are just my basil, Thai basil, sweet basil, the Hawaii guava that I was talking about that I put in ground. I only put it in ground for, I don't know, maybe a few months ago. Can't remember. Yes, and this is a seedling from seed. I think it's a 1 year old seedling guava. So I put it in ground. This is where I had another Paxton prolific in the same location. It died on me because it didn't like the full sun, too much sun. And this is my own grafted. I've got 3 variety of persimmon on it. There could be gyro, there could be tenenashi, and it could be a right. So I was very pleased, extremely pleased actually. It was my first time grafting it, and it took, but it only took if you graft it on the individual stalk. I mean, like branch. If you do a multi-graft like this, you see these? I had 3 multi-graft on the same I don't know what you call, bark or branch. I didn't take it, failed, same as the other one. But you do side graft. So that's a side graft, and that is a side graft. No, it was bud grafting. This one was bud grafting. I was very pleased. So I did bud grafting, side grafting, and it all took. So everybody, have it a go. I didn't know it was gonna take, but it's so it just you know, just persimmon just happened to be easy to graft. That's what I did. But I'm very pleased that I did it, and I've got like 3 variety on these. So extremely pleased. Couldn't ask for more. So yeah, this was one bud grafting. This is another, and it's got 2 branch out of it. So 1, 2, 3. This one's slow growing. It's because it's shaded at the bottom. But like I mentioned, very happy with the result, because of one of them died on me. The one that I bought, the grafted one, it was like $70. It died on me because I left it in a poly bag, and I forgot to wear it a few days, and it was, you know, it was very hot. This is another jackfruit, 2 years old. It get a bit of shade in the afternoon, that's why I didn't grow much, but I'm pleased it's going. This is champu, I think lychee. It's growing but slowly. Since I put down the grass clipping and the tree leaf as a mulch, it's growing a lot more. Before I didn't have much mulch, and it didn't grow much at all. Same as this one. Starting to grow since I put the mulch on. But before that it was getting a bit stressed. Even die up the top. Full sun all day. This one gone to, I don't know, should I say gone to heaven or gone to hell? Maybe it's gone to hell because it died on me. I went away for like 4 days, and in those 4 days it was 40 degrees every day. Even though I put down the mulch, heavy mulch, probably I didn't water enough before I went, and it died on me. I hope it grow back, but it's been at least a week. It hasn't come back yet. So this is another one, R2E2 mango trees. It branching out. It's because I've been tipping it. You see, when it grows, you tip it. So when I tip that one, I got 3 branch out of it. If you want it to branch out, tip it, and you get 2 or 3 2 or 3 branch out of it. But I'm very happy with R2E2 considering it's only put in ground last year. This is another one, a champion in my area actually. Lychee, but the variety is Erdonley. It liked the heat. I did frost closet during winter because it does get, when it's young, it's sensitive to the cold. But it's growing a lot faster than other variety of lychees. There's another one of lychees. And since I use the grass as a mulch a bit more, any mulch will do, not just grass. And with grass, you gotta be careful. If it's too fresh, it might kill the tree. This is lychee variety, but I'm very happy to see it's putting on a lot of flush. Very nice to see. My white sapote. This is Christ. From what I read, it said it's very prolific, so I'll wait and see. But seem to be slow growing than the other one because get a bit of shaded. But they do prefer shade when it's younger anyway. But this one I bought it from Ross Creek, and when I bought it, see the trunk? It's already big, so less likely for your tree to die if you live in a hot temperate. And this was the grass, and the grass was a bit this much, about 10 centimeters. And this is all grows from here to there, about 0.5 meters or more just this year. Last year didn't grow much at all because it was trying to, the root trying to settle. This is my champadak. Put on a fair bit of growth, at least 0.5 meters, more than 0.5 meters. So I'm very happy. So I can grow it, but with protection in winter. But summer, it's loving it. This is a 2 years old seedling mango that I've grown it myself. So I put in ground this year. It's very happy, but it's a bit shaded in this area. My cherry trees planted last year. One of them died. I don't know why. So that's a seedling mango as well. And this is guava, 2 years old in ground as well. And let me see. It's Indian. So look at the fruit. 2 years old in ground. It gave me 5 fruit. I picked one already. There's 2 more there. One, yep, so 3. This one is so heavy. There's another one there. And I believe there's another one on the other side. Yeah, it's on the other side. But 2 years old. Indian guava. I put in ground unprotected. I had no trouble. But like I said, in my area, in summer, even 14 or 15 degrees. It ranged between 14, 15 to 17 and 18 degrees in winter. And it's sunny most of the time, so that's why it's white. This is Nam Dok Mai. It did fruited. We picked the fruit when it was young, and because it was raining one day heavily and it was splitting. Now it's just putting on new flush. So I think it's second flush after it fruited. So it's pretty good. I'm very pleased. Sugar plum, 2 years old. It hasn't fruit yet, but it put on a lot of growth this year. First year it didn't. Like I said, in my area the ground is extremely hot and dry. This is plum, dwarf plum. It gave me about 4 fruit. I only just planted last year, so don't expect much from 1 year old. So this is golf gold, dwarf golf gold, and the other one is dwarf ruby, growing a lot much faster over there. For 2 years old, a 1 year old garden, I'm very pleased with the result. So anyone want to start a backyard orchid, front yard orchid, go ahead. Never too late, as I mentioned. This is another white sapote. This is one from I bought from Delhi. It's only just putting a little bit more growth this year. Well, I only just planted last year anyway. It's a blue mantle. Blue mantle, this one. It's good to see it's growing. Bijoa is about 5 years old and 3 years old in ground, but it's shaded. It's still shaded now that it's like, almost 12 o'clock in this area. That's why it's not growing. Mango seedling. Kiwi fruit. It's normal kiwi. It's get too much sun, that's why it's dying. It's not dying, it's burning. I need to make a trellis for it. Male and female there. And
Mommy,
another Chinese date. Yes, sweetheart.
ask Kiki my baby. Can I do it for my baby?
Seem to be slow growing, this one. Chico, the variety. Nana in pot to protect the white sapote. Another white sapote. It's not growing much. It's because it's shade until 12 o'clock in the morning and full sun in the afternoon, so I get a bit stressed. And this one is very small, from Delhi. Longan tree, very much shaded, but it doesn't mind. 1 year old in ground, it's doing fine. That one is a black sapote seedling. The one there, another one hidden there. Shade until like 12, 1 o'clock. I need to dig it up and put it in full sun. They love the full sun, so. Sorry for everybody, it's getting very long. This is Nemroi pomelo. It's taking off this year. Last year didn't grow at all when I put it down. This is another one of Erdon lychee. Very happy, putting a lot of growth. So this is the one I will get some more to grow. It's like the heat in my area. This is Bembaroo. Yeah, Bembaroo mango. I got 2 of these.
I can take my baby a walk.
Good job. Like that. And branching out. Very happy. This is the moringa tree that I was talking about. I did protect it during winter though. Yeah, it's taking off and I've been picking it. It's not much leaf, but it's enough, to put in my noodles or in my soup a little bit. Okay. Lychee. It's taking off this year. This one was marcotted, so I'm very happy to see it's growing. This is Keith mango. Put on a bit of flush. It's very tall, about 1.5 meters. Lemon gold. Lemon gold white sapote is very fast growing. Hopefully it'll give me fruit next year. It's only been in ground 1 year anyway, so I'm just very pleased it's growing. Looking forward to the fruit. This is I think, Nam Dok Mai. Is it Nam Dok Mai? Let me see. Yes, Nam Dok Mai. It's growing, putting on flush. That's very good. This is another Longan Marcotte one. It did take off this year. Last year it didn't take off at all when I first grew it. This is the Otake. The Otake is, if I said it right, the Rhytia white sapote. It's growing, doing really well. I'm very happy. This is another jackfruit that I mentioned about. It's in a bit shade, so it didn't grow much, but it survived the winter with protection. This is another white sapote. Full shaded in the morning, that's why it's not growing. This one is Smethers. Smethers white sapote. I'm here.
Hello.
How are you? Guava I'm growing as a hedging. Brazilian cherries taking off.
Mommy,
Very happy considering it's like half shaded.
Mommy,
Another
I said
guava.
hello to a livery girl.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome, sweetheart. It's very friendly. This is another jamun I was talking about, in the shade, so it doesn't grow much. Another Brazilian cherries. Full shade in the morning, that's why it's not growing much. Nectarine. This is Sweet Sensation nectarine. Planted this year or last year, I'm sorry, I can't remember. This is a grafted one. I graft 2 or 3 varieties of nectarine and peach and plum onto this nectarine rootstock, and it's taking off. I'm very happy. So I'll be grafting. Yep, you said hello to the post lady. And yeah, it's doing really well. Another large leaf jaboticaba. Small leaf jaboticaba there. It's doing well. And this is small leaf jaboticaba. It's doing well, so I'm very happy. This is just avocado seedling. And Brumijama is taking off this year. This is my own seedling guava. Another one there. Another one there. Another one of Brumijama. Seedling avocado that I put it there. I'm trying to create a hedge where it doesn't get cold in winter, with lemongrass and all, with the avocado trees, and yeah. And this is another Namdokmai. Put on a bit of flush. I need to tip this to get more the branch, get it branch out. Peach and Prijoa, 2 years old. One fruit. This is another Piranta jaboticaba. It's not growing at all because, like I mentioned, the soil in this area is terrible. This is another one of Marcotte Longans. I just planted yeah, early spring this year. Very early spring. This is cherry moya. This is another jackfruit. It's ridiculous. 2 years old. It's not growing in there. I don't know what's going on. More guava and some orange. And it's about it for today. I hope you guys enjoy it, and start planting, everybody. And yeah, just very pleased to see with the progress for a 1 year old, 1.5, 2, mix. It had come along amazingly. I am really glad that I started this garden. So have a lovely day, everybody, and happy planting. Bye for now. please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.